Alright, what's up YouTube? This is your boy Ghost. I'm coming to you live from my house. It's my last night on home time. Thought I'd make this video to tell y'all a little bit about the whole process I took to become an owner-op. Basically, this is what I did. First, I started by incorporating a business. I went to Wyoming Corporations, paid about, I think it was like $400, $495, something like that. I know now it's discounted. Got my corporation started. The key to becoming an owner-op, well, for me, was to get my business established. So, went, paid the money, sent me this nice little folder. In here has basically all my corporation stuff. And from there, I went and I got my, you gotta excuse my dog, she likes to be on camera too. But I got my corporation started or established. And you want to have your corporation established at least 2 years so you can start building corporate credit. Because that basically is what's going to excel you and push you in the world. Because me, I don't have the greatest credit in the world. I have student loans and the whole 9 yards. I have bad credit. But my corporation has really good credit. And I established that. Also, I saved for a very long time. And I started with this 52-week savings plan where basically you take $1 per week, and for the first week you put in $1, second week you put $2, third week you put $3, so on and so on for 52 weeks, which is 1 year. At the end of it, you'll have $13.78 saved up. And I did that for about a very, very long time before trucking. So each year, once I was done with it, I would put it up. Since I always considered myself to have a significant other, I doubled up on it. So I had 2 payments. So it was the first week, $2. Second week, $4. Third week, $6. And so on and so on. And then by the end of the year, you'll have almost $3,000 saved up. And with that being said, I started truck driving after I went to college, got my degree, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to be a truck driver, so hey, let's do it. I learned the ropes after a year and I would say a year and a half, year and 3/4, had enough money, looked back and I said, you know what? I'm going to go buy a truck. So that's what I did. Went out, put my down payment towards it, put $10,000 down on a truck. That cost me about, I think it was like $32. So my truck note was about $6 something a month. After that, first month, ran the truck as hard as I could and took a gamble, bought another truck for around the same price. So my truck notes totaled out to about $1,200 for 2. And then the way we run about 3,000 to 4,000 miles a week solo. So I mean, the money itself pays for basically I don't have much of an overhead, and it was easy for me to budget because I'm good at budgeting money. I'm good at setting up stuff and getting stuff well established. Also, if you're gonna get into it, really learn about the truck. Really learn about the engine, because that's what's going to cost you the most in the long run. I mean, I never took mechanic school or anything like that, but my dad was really good at fixing on cars, fixing on trucks, and everything else. So as a kid, I would just sit back and watch him take engines apart, put engines back in, stuff like that. And before I even decided, oh, I'm going to buy a truck, I hopped on my motorcycle, drove around, found a mechanic. Found a mechanic that had basically a diesel mechanic, was reasonable on his prices and very honest. And he's local, so every time my trucks come in, boom, taking to my mechanic, let him knock out whatever mistakes, anything that goes wrong, he fixes it for me. After that, basically, the whole riding around, finding my mechanic, and then depending on the lanes that I run, I know exactly where and what I can do, where I can take my trucks to, what I can do. Say if I'm in Arizona, I have a spot. If anything goes wrong, I have a spot that can fix my clutch, fix brakes, fix whatever I need. I did a whole lot of planning. I mean, you can see right now I'm planning and my table's a mess because I got basically stuff everywhere because I'm basically getting everything lined up, writing stuff down, paperwork. Also, I keep composition books. This is my black book. This has all of my phone numbers, anything that deals with business is inside this book. I also have 2 other books that I use for other references, but always keep pen and paper. I mean, it's your best friend. It's your go-to person. If my computer goes down, I can go back in here and look. I can get my VIN numbers for my trucks, get tire sizes, maintenance records, all that inside this book. Because you never know. Your computer will go down. It might get wet, might get lost, might get stolen. Who knows? But as long as you got it hard copies, you're good. Also, something else to inspect the truck. I mean, make sure your engine is right before you pull it off the lot. That was one of the big mistakes that I made. Make sure your fan cuts on and off, because I mean, stuff that you wouldn't think about then will come back and haunt you in the long run, because it'll come back and it'll be like, boom, you owe this or you owe that. Now you gotta pay this, now you gotta pay that for something that you should have seen before you pulled it off the lot. And I mean, I took it to my mechanic. I had like certain issues that I just didn't pay attention to, which I should have paid attention to. But I was so happy to go looking like, oh, it's my first truck. Yeah. Not paying attention ended up costing me later on in life. Or later on in a couple months down the road. So yeah. Also, save. Save as much money as you can. Save. I don't know how many times I probably said this in this video, but that's the most important factor. You see a big check, save it. Put yourself on a budget. I make 38 cents per mile as a solo driver. Even though my business makes more than that, but I pay myself as a company driver. Because, I mean, I can't be greedy being an owner-op. Yes, thank you, Portia. Portia agrees. So, that's another thing. Make sure you save. Put yourself on a strict budget. Put yourself basically to where you're comfortable. And, I mean, you'll excel. You'll go far. Now, if anybody has any questions, comments, leave comments. You can email me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. Whatever you need to do. If you have any questions, I'm always here to answer them. Also, Instagram, it's ghost_2819. You can follow me. See whatever. You can see basically a little bit how I live on the road and in life. I'll add all that in the link below so you guys can see it, or you guys can know how to follow me and whatever else you need. So, that's all I have to say as of right now. I'll leave you guys with a couple videos or snippets on situations that have happened with me on a truck. I've recorded a couple things that might help you out in the long run. Even as a company driver, it might help you out. Even as a lease operator, it might help you out. But, I'm looking into this Snyder Choice program, so I'll probably be, if I decide to jump onto that, I'll be doing videos about it, because that was my biggest thing. I didn't want to do a lease option or lease to own program or anything that dealt with another company and doing that whole thing. I went out and financed my own trucks. But I feel like there's a lot of unanswered questions in that field, and I'm at a point where it's like I'm comfortable and I'm gonna just jump over and do it just to help some people out and help answer some questions that certain new guys have out there too. I've been trucking for 2 years. I've enjoyed it. I've really gained a whole lot of knowledge. Financially, it's been great for me. So yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and love, peace, and prosperity. Ghosts.